I woke up because someone was standing in the dark at the foot of my bed, and I couldn't move or speak. That's how everything started. What happened to me was real, and if you watch and listen until the end, you'll see why I haven't slept right in months. The first time it happened, I thought it was a dream. I was half asleep, half awake, in that heavy place where your brain is fog but sounds feel sharp. Then I heard someone whisper, right next to my ear, "Daniel." I froze. My apartment was supposed to be empty. No pets, no partner, no guests. Nothing else happened. Just silence. Like something was waiting. I waited for footsteps or the sound of the door. Nothing came. 2 weeks before the whisper, a guy moved into the empty unit across the hall. I barely saw him. Mostly at night. Tall, very thin, always wearing a hood even inside the building. He never said hi. He never carried groceries. He never had mail. But I heard him at night. His footsteps went back and forth for hours. Slow, steady pacing. One night I opened my door to toss out trash, and I saw his door cracked open. It was pitch dark inside. No light from a TV. No lamp. Nothing. But I could hear breathing. Slow, heavy breathing. I closed my door fast. Later, someone told me the previous tenant moved out because they were uncomfortable. That's all they'd say. The whisper in my room wasn't a dream. I know that because 3 days later, I started getting phone calls. Always from unknown. Always at 2:54 a.m. The exact same minute every time. When I picked up, I heard the same whisper, "Daniel." Only this time, it wasn't close to my ear. It was like the speaker was pressed to the microphone. Wet, crackling, too quiet but too personal. I stopped answering after the third night, but the calls didn't stop. They just changed. Instead of whispering my name, the caller breathed. Just breathed. Slow and shaky, like someone standing in cold air with their mouth too close to the phone. One night, I heard something new in the call. A door hinge. The same hinge sound my front door makes. The worst part wasn't the calls, it was the video. I woke up one morning and my phone storage had filled up by itself. I hadn't filmed anything. I barely take photos. But my gallery had a new video. 23 seconds, recorded at 2:54 a.m. The same time as the phone calls. I opened it. The video was shot from inside my bedroom, at the foot of my bed, pointed at me. I was asleep in the video, but what made me drop my phone was this. Someone was standing beside my bed, facing me. The hooded man from across the hall, tall, thin, hood over the head. He wasn't moving. He was just watching me sleep. At the end of the video, the camera leaned over my face and the person whispered, "Soon." Then the recording ended. After I saw the video, I couldn't stay there. I packed a bag and booked a hotel. I left the rest of my stuff behind. I even left the lights on. The next morning, I went back with building security. The door wasn't damaged, nothing was missing. Everything looked normal, except for one thing. My bedroom window was open, wide open, and on the floor under the window was a single item. My phone, the one I had taken with me to the hotel. Same case, same cracks, same scratches. But I had my phone in my pocket the whole time. The phone on the floor was mine, down to the same wallpaper, but the battery was dead and the SIM card was missing. It wasn't a copy. It was the exact same device I should have had in my pocket. Except I didn't, because when I reached into my pocket, nothing was there. The security guard asked if I was okay. I said yes, but I wasn't. I moved out fast. I didn't go back for my stuff. Didn't talk to neighbors. Just left. Later, the police told me there was no record of anyone living across the hall, that the apartment had been empty for months, that no one matching my description had ever signed a lease. But the pacing at night, the hooded figure in the video, my phone appearing in my old bedroom. None of that has an answer. I wasn't there when they opened the apartment across from mine. I didn't want to be. But one of the officers who actually believed me told me everything later. I wrote it down the same simple way he told it to me. Just facts. The cops went in around noon. Bright daylight. 3 officers. They expected the place to be empty. It wasn't, but there was no person inside. No furniture, no mattress, no table, no fridge, no lights, no dishes, nothing normal. The whole place was stripped. Except for one thing. There were chairs. Not normal chairs. Plastic lawn chairs. 8 of them. All lined up facing the wall that connected to my bedroom. Like an audience. 6 adult-sized chairs. 2 child-sized chairs. All angled slightly, as if whoever sat there was watching something on the other side of the wall. My wall. My bed was right behind that spot. Under the paint, the officers found small holes. Dozens. Tiny, pin-sized ones. About eye level for someone sitting in those chairs. Someone had filled them in, painted over them. But the outline was still visible when they looked close. The holes faced directly into my bedroom. They could see me sleep, and I never knew. The smell in the apartment was strange. Not dirty, not trash. More like breath. Warm, stale, human breath. Like a place that had too many people inside for too long. But there were no signs of people living there. No bedding, no clothes, no trash, no food. Just those chairs. And something worse. My name was written 6 times on the wall in different handwriting. Some of the writing looked rushed. Some looked slow and careful. Some looked like a child wrote it. But it was all old writing, not fresh. According to the officer, it looked like people had been sitting in that room for a long time. Watching, whispering, waiting. On the far wall, they found small metal brackets. 4 of them. Like mounts for cameras. Angles matched the corners of my bedroom. Every single angle. The mounts were empty now, cameras gone. But the marks from where they had been screwed in were still there. Someone had set up equipment. Someone had recorded. Someone had watched me for who knows how long. No fingerprints, no footprints, no DNA, no sign of forced entry, not even dust on the floor. The cop told me the strangest part. The place looked cleaned. Deep cleaned. But not in a normal way, not with cleaning supplies. More like someone wiped every surface by hand over and over again, almost obsessively. The apartment had no record of electricity, gas, or water being used for the last 14 months. No person was supposed to be there. The final thing they found was in the bedroom closet. Up high, on a wooden beam, scratched into the wood, 2:54. The exact time I got those calls. It was carved deep, over and over, like whoever did it wanted that number to never fade. After hearing all that, I didn't just move apartments. I left the entire city. I live somewhere else now. New job, new number, new everything. I don't know who was in that apartment, or how many, or why they watched me. Every night when the clock hits 2:54 a.m., I still remember the whole thing. I still hold my breath, just to listen. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one.